So, Susan Del Percio, you could go through all of these poll numbers. We've talked about it for some time. Donald Trump is trying to create a wedge issue out of the pandemic. Some of Donald Trump's supporters online in the media are trying to create a wedge issue out of this pandemic that has killed 63,000 people. You can't you can't declare a cultural war against a pandemic because, well, the pandemic always wins. And here we have it again yesterday in a way that's not going to help Donald Trump.
No, it's not. And it reminds me of the scene in Jaws, Joe, when the mayor demands that the beaches be open on the 4th of July. People are all out there. They're afraid to go in. But finally, this brave family goes in and nothing happens. So everyone else goes in. But what happens? The shark's next door in the shallow cove. And that's what I think we're going to see happen as these states open up. People are going to think it's OK to go out there and they're going to go further than they should. And we're going to see this virus come back with a vengeance. It's just set up for that. The president, if he wants to, quote, win this war, he should make sure people stay healthy. He should not be encouraging people to open up their states. He should encourage them to follow what Dr. Fauci and others are saying.
And guys, I just want to remind everyone how quickly this has moved. You pointed out it is May 1st. Let's look back at a few milestones. On March the 1st, this is NBC News tally. The U.S. cases, 89 on March the 1st of coronavirus. On April 1st, 213,786. This morning, as we see here on May the 1st, nearly 1.1 million cases of coronavirus. That's in 2 months to go from 89 to 1.1 million. So that's just how quickly this can take off. It's how quickly this can spread without social distancing. And that's the point that Dr. Fauci was trying to make. We've said 1,000 times on this show, guys, we are incredibly sensitive to getting people back to work. We know everyone. We have family members, friends who are worried about their small businesses. Everybody wants to be back at their job. But you got to find that balance of going back safely.
Well, you know, and the thing is, let me just repeat it again. All we're saying here is listen to Dr. Fauci. Listen to Dr. Birx. Listen to the guidelines put forward, not by Nancy Pelosi, not by Chuck Schumer, not by left-wingers, right? Not by the Biden campaign, but by the Trump White House. If they would just follow the guidelines that were put forward by the Trump White House, you know, we would see, I think, America begin to safely go back to work, try to avoid that second big wave. But again, Donald Trump puts down the guidelines and then can't stay out of his own way. He starts talking about liberating Michigan. At the same time, he's criticizing other states that are opening up. So, Mika, there is no consistency. And as always, Donald Trump always tries to make this pandemic about himself. Alex, do we have the clip from yesterday? Yeah, let's run this clip.
Are you thinking about leading the country, though, in a moment of mourning for all of the lives lost, the more than 60,000 people?
Of course I am. I don't think anybody can feel any worse than I do about all of the death and destruction that's so needless. Nobody. But I also have to make sure that we handle the situation well. Nobody's thinking about it more. Nobody has spent more time late in the evening thinking about what's happened to this country in a short period of time. But at the same time, we have to get our country open again. And we're doing that step by step. Tennessee is an example. Step by step, we're opening up our country. And I really believe that next year we can be maybe even beyond. We have a lot of stimulus and maybe even beyond. We'll see about, by the way, package 4, phase 4. But I really hope that we can be as good or better. I built it once, and we're going to build it again.
Again, Rev, he's asked to empathize with the families of the 63,000 dead Americans who died in a pandemic that he said would magically go away and was only one person. And the president makes it about himself. Nobody's done more than this. Nobody's done more than that. I built the economy. I'll build it again. He is just simply incapable of showing any empathy towards the Americans, actually millions of Americans who are suffering through this, whether it's through medical challenges, through death, having loved ones who died, or the economic challenges that are mounting up by the day.
The lack of his capacity to show empathy and to identify with the pain of those that have lost loved ones for no reason at all other than a natural pandemic that he and others acted on too late is mind-boggling. You should have in anybody's heart, in anybody's mind, the capacity to say, I feel and identify with the pain, and let's pause, without rushing into a defense of your own actions and promoting your own so-called virtues as you see them. It is mind-boggling that we would have such insensitivity sitting as the head of state.
All right, still ahead on Morning Joe. New Jersey reported its highest one-day death toll